food. We love the stuff.
Wow.
Our supermarkets are stocked with produce from all over the world.
Caviar lime balls.
But what do we really know about where it all comes from?
Welcome to Africa.
We'll be scouring the globe.
This is mad.
Challenging our taste buds.
Oh my God, it's an eye.
And going to any lengths to uncover the trade secrets behind the food we eat. Coming up, I try to find out why risotto rice is twice the price.
I don't know what to do.
It's like an impossible task.
I'm in the desert in search of icing sugar.
This has got something to do with the Victoria sponge.
And I find a very novel way to use our unwanted bread.
You lose 4 slices out of each loaf. Out of every loaf. Is that right?
Icing sugar. And how come it's so light and powdery?
Is it like normal sugar? Is it like granulated sugar, just really, really fine?
I couldn't tell you that, sir.
What do they put in it to make it so that light and fluffy, so it's like flour?
It must be a different kind of sugar plant, maybe, or something. I honestly couldn't say.
Ta-da.
To get to the bottom of this confectionery conundrum, I'm in London to meet cake maker to the stars, Peggy Portion.
Hi, Peggy. Nice to meet you.
Her designs are in high demand, with some cakes fetching thousands of pounds. Her fans include Elton John, Kate Moss and Madonna, and icing sugar is one of the main tools of her trade.
Look at these. I mean, this is just incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, they're made of icing sugar, essentially.
But that just looks like a real rose. What exactly is icing sugar?
Well, icing sugar is actually sugar dust. It comes from granulated sugar, is what icing sugar is made from. You just simply make it by grinding it down.
It all comes from this?
Yeah.
So icing sugar is just ground sugar. There are even different types depending on what you need to use it for.
But if you feel now this one in comparison, can you feel how much softer and finer this one is? The other thing that's added to them is an anti-caking agent because, you know, it's a free-flow agent that prevents the sugar bits from clumping together.
Anti-caking agents work by absorbing moisture, which stops the sugar crystals sticking together.
This one is made with tricalcium phosphate and it feels a lot lighter.
Tricalcium phosphate. What is that?
I'm not really sure what it is, to be honest.
And so, to find out, I'm travelling a very long way to Israel. It can reach a sweltering 42 degrees here, so I decide to join the tourists for a dip in the Dead Sea.
It is literally like stepping into a hot bath. Right, let's see. Gosh,
It's famous for being so salty, you float.
it is bizarre. It is like I'm sitting on a lilo. An invisible lilo.
And it's so inviting, the crew can't resist joining me.
Oh, my.
Back on the road, and we're heading into the heart of the arid Negev desert.
Apparently this has got something to do with the Victoria sponge.
I'm meeting mining supremo Doran Orgil.
Welcome to Israel, and I feel autumn. How are you today?
I'm good. It's like coming to the surface of the moon.
Yeah, this is the phosphate mine where we start the process of producing TCP.
So phosphate is an ingredient in TCP?
Yeah, you want to see?
Yeah.
Let's go.
When did you start mining phosphate here?
In 1952, and we start to produce fertilizer and food material. Now we're talking about 1 million ton per year of fertilizer.
Incredible.
And phosphoric acid that we use for TCP.
This is a vast operation, but where is our mystery ingredient, tricalcium phosphate, or TCP?
Nice to meet you.
I've come to speak to company geologist Uri Yusur.
We are in the middle of an old sea, and after millions of years, this area began to be a desert. But the remains of a lot of animals used to live in this sea stayed here, and this is the phosphate that we mine here.
This mine was once below sea level, and the phosphate comes from the remains of the creatures that lived here.
So where exactly is the phosphate? Can you
Actually,
see it?
Kate, if you look back, you can see those layers. that going up and down. All these white layers is all phosphate.
And phosphate is a mineral that we need every day.
Yeah, it's essential for us. Without it, we cannot live.
Phosphate is the key ingredient in TCP. In icing sugar, TCP works by absorbing moisture from the air, preventing the sugar crystals from sticking together.
We dig it out of the ground, then it goes to our plants, and we make 3-calcium phosphate.
Which then ends up in icing sugar.
Yeah, which...
Bizarrely, I find it absolutely bonkers that the remains of animals is basically dusted on my Victoria sponge.
1 kilogram of icing sugar can contain 2 to 3 teaspoons of TCP. There's no organic matter left, so it's fine for veggies. But getting it out of the mountain takes some doing.
This is the biggest machine I've ever seen in my life!
Yeah, quite big. You want to try to drive it?
I can drive it.
Let's go.
And they're actually going to let me loose on it.
Okay, right.
Forward, go down. Now to scoop. Little more, little more. Now you're starting to grab...
Oh, we're beginning to scoop. This is my first scoop. Oh my word! Look at that.
And go forward, and you throw what you pick.
There we go. Jerome, would you give me a job?
No, not yet. You have to practice a bit.
Next, risotto. It may be delicious, but it comes at a cost.
I just wondered, why is risotto rice so much more expensive than your normal rice?
Wouldn't be able to answer that question for you.
Risotto rice can cost over twice as much as long grain.
Is it worth paying the extra to get risotto rice?
I would say it's that much difference, to be fair.
How about using different rice instead?
I don't want to spend an hour of my life slaving over a long grain risotto and then it just tastes terrible.
Yeah.
Life's too short.
To find out why risotto rice is so pricey, I'm heading to Lombardy, known as the rice bowl of Italy, where they've taken the dish very seriously for over 2 centuries. I'm meeting Daniele Forte.
Hi there. I'm Jim. Nice to meet you.
Hi, how are you?
As a chief rice buyer at Mortala Market, there's no one better to give me counsel on the price of risotto rice. In fact, he's the Don.
What's going on here then? There's a lot of people in here.
Yes, this is the room where the people meet to do the contract and to do the negotiation about the paddy rice. So millers, farmers and brokers stay inside and decide to do the business.
Every week, the local rice buffs gather to barter the best price on 2 risotto rice varieties, Arborio and Carnaroli.
What is the reason then behind risotto rice being more expensive than long grain rice?
Arborio and Carnaroli for the risotto are the best variety. The other rice have not this quality.
So how much are you offering for Arborio rice at the moment?
For Arborio rice, we are paying €800 per ton. The long rice, 300 euro per ton.
So even here at the source, risotto rice is over twice the price of long grain. And now Daniele is looking for an offer he can't refuse.
I'll show you a negotiation.
So you're going to do a deal now?
Yeah.
So what are you looking for then?
We are buying Carnaroli. I check the quality, the color. I smell it. The smell is good. Just 2 or 3 damage.
What kind of price is he hoping for?
750 euro per ton.
Okay.
Yes.
Is that the kind of price you're looking for?
Yes, it's a good price.
So have you got a deal? Good. That's a deal. Good. Rice sold. I love the fact that the samples are all wrapped up in brown paper bags in the leather little satchel. It's like a bank robber's bag. But also, most important of all, sunglasses. Italiano. Yeah.
So the price difference is there right from the very first stage. But I'm not any closer to finding out why risotto rice is more expensive. So I'm off to the risotto paddy fields to see if the way it's grown is the reason for its hefty price tag.
Hi, I'm Riccardo. How are you?
See you. Look, this looks spectacular, doesn't it?
Riccardo Preve is part of the famous Gallo dynasty, who've been producing rice since 1856. These Italian farmers certainly dress to impress.
What kind of rice are you growing here?
Here we're growing mainly risotto rice, Arborio and Carnaroli.
Rice actually originated on dry land, so why grow it underwater?
We need the water to grow rice because it regulates the temperature of the plant under the water. So we have a constant temperature during day, night, and during the season.
So it's not the fact that it's an aquatic plant. You're using the water as a tool to keep the temperature nice and even, nice growing conditions.
Yes, they are a perfect condition for the plant of rice.
So tell me, when it comes to growing, the farming side of things, is the long grain rice the same as growing risotto rice?
Risotto rice is more delicate, and the farmer need to give more attention to the risotto rice because it's a bit more difficult than the long grain rice. It's more delicate.
And when it comes to yield per hectare, which rice produces the greater yield? Is it long grain or risotto?
Well, risotto rice has also a lower yield, and this is why more difficult.
So risotto rice is more delicate and has a lower yield, which is why it's twice the price of long grain. But is it worth the extra?
Next, sandwiches. We buy an incredible 3.5 billion of them every year.
We're good.
But there's something I've always wondered.
You know when you make a loaf of bread or you buy a loaf of bread and you cut the end off?
Yeah.
That end bit. You never see a sandwich with that.
No, you don't.
Do you sell sandwiches, pre-made sandwiches that are made from the ends of the bread? Because I like the ends of the bread. And what happens to the ends?
I couldn't be sure, to be honest with you.
You could make like a bread hat.
Yeah, definitely.
Cheers, bye.
Bye.
To get to the bottom of where all those end bits end up, I've come to a factory in Bristol to meet Philippe Gill.
Philippe.
Nice to meet you.
Matt.
How you doing?
Nice to meet you. You're the sandwich king of Bristol, is that right?
We are indeed.
And are you making today?
We are.
Show me. Let's go.
I thought this was a sandwich factory. I feel more like a surgeon in this.
So how many sandwiches do you make then a day?
We're making around 10,000 sandwiches a day, plus other food-to-go products.
It's a lot of sandwiches.
Now here's an amazing fact. The UK sandwich industry employs more people than agriculture. And here I could see why. Everything is done by hand. Well, nearly everything.
This thing, presumably this is the butter machine.
So it's the heated hopper.
Right.
So the butter gets put into here.
Yeah.
It's warmed up, and then it spreads onto the slices of bread.
But it doesn't look like it's going very fast.
Well, let's see if you can beat it.
Sounds like a challenge, but can man beat machine?
10 slices versus 10 slices on the butter machine.
Right, say when.
Ready, go.
It's a bit thicker than yours. How many you got going on there?
That's done.
What? Is that 10?
That's 10.
Is it? Is that 10? Really? Oh, right, OK.
Better not quit the day job just yet.
I mean, I haven't done 10, obviously. I've done 2 and a bit. This is more like a sort of a diet sandwich, if you will. You're not happy with that?
That's not a good one.
Not happy with that. OK, fine.
Finally, I spot what I've been looking for. The crusts.
So the bread comes in like this, pre-sliced.
Yes.
Why don't you serve the crust?
So we removed the crust and the second slice.
Right. And the second slice?
And the second slice. The reason we do that is to kind of keep the bread and the sandwich uniform.
So you lose 4 slices out of each loaf?
Of every loaf.
Is that right? That's an awful lot of bread to lose.
Yes, we throw away roughly around 150 kilos a day of waste bread.
That is a lot of bread. So have you been told by the customer that they don't want sandwiches using the crust?
Yes, generally people...
That's where it's coming from.
It is, yeah, from consumers.
So it's our disgust for the crust that's creating this mountain of bread waste. But where does it all go? Back to sandwiches. I'm on a mission to find out what happens to those crusty end bits.
We throw away roughly around 150 kilos a day of waste bread.
Now, a little birdie has told me that waste bread can be used to make something surprising. And to find out what, I've come to a brewery.
Morning, Michael.
Morning.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You make beer using bread, is that right?
That's right.
How do you do that?
Come this way, I'll show you.
Aha, there they are. So this is where the bread from the sandwich factory ended up.
So we've got 75 kilo of unwanted bread here. How much beer is that going to make?
That's going to be blended in with our malted barley and wheat and create 1,500 bottles. Kilo for kilo, we can use bread instead of grain.
So the bread isn't just a novelty, it's actually replacing half the barley. The brewery saves money and the bread isn't wasted.
This is just an amount that you guys have requested from the sandwich shop.
Absolutely.
This is not what they produce on a daily basis.
They produce a lot more waste than this. Bread is the single biggest contributor to food waste in the UK.
British consumers throw away 22% of all the bread we buy. That's over 400,000 tonnes each year.
If a few dozen local breweries started replacing 25% of their grain bills for certain beers with bread, that would have a huge impact.
So although the fact that this wheat has been cooked, it still contains a lot of good stuff.
It's got everything we need.
OK.
I have to say, I'm sold on the idea. But before I get carried away, maybe I should have a little taste.
It's delicious, though. And how much bread would be in one bottle?
A slice of bread per bottle.
OK. It's like a meal in one. It's a win-win. Cheers.
Earlier, I went to Israel and learned that the special anti-caking ingredient that keeps certain icing sugars so fluffy comes from phosphate, which is mined from ancient animal bones.
I find it absolutely bonkers that the remains of animals is basically dusted on my Victoria sponge.
Icing sugar is good for producing the perfect pud, but I've heard it could tackle a much bigger problem. To find out more, I've come to the Quantock Hills in Somerset.
Morning, Ken.
To meet master beekeeper Ken Edwards.
Now, I heard you're doing something interesting with icing sugar.
Yes, we are. We're using icing sugar to catch Varroa. But to look at that, we need to get you into a bee suit.
Varroa is a microscopic mite that only lives in beehives and is recognised as the single biggest threat to bees worldwide.
How many bees do you reckon are in this hive?
Oh, good 50,000. And although it's a very healthy hive, in there are quite a lot of the parasite that we've got, the Varroa.
Does every beehive have Varroa?
Yes.
The Varroa mite attaches itself to the bee and sucks its blood. As it feeds, it transmits bacteria and viruses which can kill its host. Thousands of bee colonies have been wiped out as a result.
How important is it that we look after our bees?
Oh, essential. If we don't keep this link in the food chain, we're on to reduced population of bees, which then means that we have less crops.
So these little guys are essentially feeding the planet.
Yeah, I'm sure they don't realise it, but yeah, they are.
Healthy bees are crucial to agriculture as they pollinate 70% of the world's main food crops. But where does icing sugar come in?
What do we do?
You take up one frame, and there's your icing sugar.
And just
now I just want you to dust it over, yeah. That's it. Keep going down over until they've all had some. And you'll see them in a minute begin to clean themselves and clean each other.
Oh, yeah, they're climbing over each other.
Yeah.
Having a little dust off.
That's right. And, of course, when they're cleaning off the sugar, the Varroa fall off and they can't get back on the bee.
So why icing sugar in particular, Ken? You couldn't just use any old sugar.
No, you couldn't, because the granulated sugar would just fall off. You need something very fine, like a dust.
The microscopic granules of icing sugar stick to the Varroa's feet and they can't hold their grip. It's a bit like wearing socks on a clean tiled floor.
So we're good in the dust.
Yep.
Where are the mites?
The Varroa drop through. It's got a crab-like shell.
What, just these little dots?
Yeah, which is a browny black.
Oh, I see.
Not everyone in the beekeeping world is convinced it works, but for Ken and many like him, icing sugar is the bee's knees.
I find that absolutely astonishing. I'll never look at icing sugar the same way again.
Earlier, I visited Italy to discover why risotto rice is so pricey.
€750 per ton.
OK, good. That's a deal. Rice sold.
Now I want to know if the extra cost is worth it. So I'm paying a visit to my old friend, Gennaro Contaldo.
Ah, here you are.
Here we are. Good to see you. How are you?
Fantastic. And nice to see you.
Now,
Fantastic.
you are the king when it comes to making risottos.
Yes.
Right? It's the very first thing you ever made me. So, can you make me a risotto using long grain rice?
I never made one with long grain rice, but I can always try.
Let's go. Come on.
Gennaro's been cooking risotto since before I was born. If anyone can pull this off, he can.
So what you make risotto now with a proper rice.
Yeah.
I will make risotto with long grain rice.
I bet yours is still better.
I don't know.
Aside from the rice, we'll both be using the same ingredients. Any tips, Gennaro?
Never wash the rice because it's losing all the starches. Never wash, because if there is a little starch inside there, I want it to be inside the pot.
So first step, don't wash it.
Don't wash it all.
So the key difference is that risotto rice has a higher starch content. And it's the starch that's crucial for the perfect creamy consistency.
Here we go.
You put about half a glass of wine inside.
Straight away you can see with the risotto rice, it's releasing the starch.
That's good.
You can see the creaminess here. Yours hasn't really done anything.
Can you see, look?
Yeah, it's totally separate from the sauce.
You see, the soul disappear. Goodbye. Arrivederci Roma.
To translate, the long grain rice hasn't released much starch, leaving Gennaro's risotto watery.
I really tried. I don't know what to do.
It's like an impossible task. See, mine is ready.
It's creamy. And look, mine.
Oh, I don't know. Let's serve them up.
Let's have them up. Let's taste it, OK? Let's do it.
Go. Let's have a look at the risotto rice.
Look at that.
This has done exactly what you said it would do. It's sucked up that moisture and it's made that creamy texture. Yeah, that is delicious. The rice and the sauce have got married. They're living together.
They're living together. And this is what is about risotto rice.
Right, well, that's risotto rice. Now, the long grain rice, the rice seems to be freer, doesn't it? It doesn't seem to have that consistency.
Yeah, but you can see, you can actually count the grain of the rice on this one.
So it doesn't look the same, but does it taste the same? No. That tastes like someone's made a mushroomy, winey sauce and then got a lot of cooked rice and poured it in.
This is it. This is what's happened.
Long grain rice may be cheaper, but it's no good for risotto. It doesn't release enough starch for a creamy consistency, and it's not very good at absorbing flavour.
So it doesn't matter how much Italian magic you, as a supreme chef, put into it, you're never going to make a risotto out of long grain rice.
No way.